Would you like to hear the Jesse Waters Black Outreach Plan?
Let me write this down.
Please, yes.
I'm gonna write this down.
Go for it.
First of all, let me tell you a simple way the Republicans can recruit more Black people into its ranks. It can support policies that are progressive. They're not going to do that. It can believe that America is not just for white people. It's not going to do that. And it can stop being damn racist. They're never going to do that. So let's break down this 6-point plan that Jesse Waters had that is as dumb as Herman Cain's 999 plan.
Number one, the Republican Party has to remind everyone that the Republican Party fought to free the slaves. That tells the truth about the history of this country, and it puts the Democrats in a very awkward position.
For a dumb person, this sounds great. For a person that understands knowledge and also political actions, it sounds dumb. The current Republican Party did not free slaves. It absolutely was the Republican Party, the party of Lincoln, that freed slaves. However, those parties, Republicans and Democrats, had a switch when the Democratic parties in the 60s allowed Black people to be seated at their national convention. All the racist Republicans or Democrats switched to the Republican Party, i.e. Ronald Reagan stopped being a Democrat and became a Republican because Black people were able to sit and vote for who would be the leadership of the Democratic Party. So that switch happened in the 60s. And since that switch has happened, Republicans has continued the racist work of what was that of the Democrats during slavery. You're not fooling anyone, Jesse Waters. Read a book.
I would encourage Black Americans to leave the cities. These cities, the air is not clean, the quarters are cramped, there's crime. Get some fresh air. You can go to Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Colorado. You could get cheap land, you get a beautiful house, and what comes with that? I'll tell you what comes with that. Better health. You're walking, you're outside, it's cleaner, there's no violence around there, and better schools are out there. You're not in these inner city public schools.
You want to encourage Black Americans to leave the cities and go to Georgia and Alabama, Tennessee. Do this idiot know that he just named 3 of the blackest states in the Union? Of course we are in Georgia. Of course we're in Alabama. Of course we're in Tennessee. They're slave states. Georgia has 1.1 million registered Black men. Name another state that has that many registered Black men. And for the fact of the matter, Black people in the South are overrepresented in rural spaces. And we still can't get clean air because your people, white people that see the world like you, continue to dump trash and poison in our community, in our water supplies, and put your factories down the streets from our kids' school. Speaking of schools in the South and school choice, we know school choice, even though you might not know Jesse Waters, school choice is a racist idea that grew wings at the end of segregation. When the Supreme Court said you had to desegregate school, white folks said, we will not send our kids in the South, in Georgia, in Tennessee, in Alabama. We will not send our kids to school with them Negroes. So they created charter schools that they call religious schools. And they took tax money away from Black public schools for school choice. We're not dumb. We know what's ailing us. We see the setup. You can't learn us about stuff we suffer from on a daily basis. You're not teaching us anything. Your plan was trash, just as you are trash.
You also have access to guns. They won't let you have a gun in Philly. They won't let you have a gun in New York. It's almost impossible to do that so you can exercise your Second Amendment.
Access to guns sounds like a way to get Black people killed in a rapid form. We had access to guns. You might not remember this, but y'all beloved Ronald Reagan passed the first Smart Gun Reform Act when Black Panthers were carrying guns, AK-47s, and shotguns legally in California. Ronald Reagan was governor. Your favorite Republican president before Trump said, oh no, we can't have these Black people armed. And they were supported by the NRA. You can't tell us about what's plaguing us. We know, we live it.
But lean into Christ, because Black Americans are very religious. They don't talk about it the same way the Republican Party talks about it. It's a little bit of a cultural difference, but the Republicans should really lean into that. And then lastly, focus on marriage and home ownership. Combining marriage with home ownership, that creates wealth. And those two concepts are the main concepts for wealth creation in this country. That is the Jesse Waters Black Outreach Plan, and I encourage everybody
differ from the
to
White
follow
Outreach?
it.
How does that differ from the White House?
Oh, you want me to do the Asian one too? We have time for that?
No, we don't have time.
And did you just tell Republicans, white Christian evangelicals that support Donald Trump to lean into their Jesus to recruit black people? Boy, you know nothing about black Jesus. You know nothing about the Jesus that black people serve. The Jesus that black people serve demands that we support the least amongst us, demand that we take care, feed, and house the alien. White Jesus, the Jesus that the Republicans support, is not black Jesus. It ain't a cultural difference. It's a Jesus different. My Jesus was born a minority Jew in a land that was oppressed by white Romans. He was bilingual. My Jesus would understand that it is damn crazy to have an immigration policy that restricts brown people from saving their lives by coming over here in the land of the free, in the home of the brave. Please, you can't tell us about a policy. You can't talk to us about marriage and households and marriage and home ownership. You want to know why? Because it was your government, Jesse Waters, that destroyed black households. It was your government that said, if you want to be a part of the safety net that can help you through the welfare system, black men can't be in the house and the family can't have more than $600 in an account. That is not trying to help a family build wealth. So this idea of America that you're talking about does not exist. This nostalgia that you're living in is full of whiteness. It sounds like MAGA, Make America Great Again, which in actuality means make America for white people only again. Get off my screen. Have a good evening. And stop being so damn racist.